Hi everyone, it's Succulents Box here. Today we're going to help you identify some popular types of succulents. The first thing is to help you see if they have rosette shapes. If yes, then they may be Echeveria, Sempervivum, or Aeonium, the three popular rosette-shaped succulents. Echeveria. These are one of the most common types of succulents that you can see almost anywhere. Their leaves are usually plump and smooth. Look closer and you'll find their very leaves very spoon-like, and sometimes they have pointy tips too. Meanwhile, Sempervivum and Aeonium are different. They don't look as plump. Sempervivum leaves are narrower and there's sharp teeth along the edge. Sempervivum leaves also feel tougher to the touch. Sempervivum are hardly succulents that can stand very cold weather, so they'd be perfect for your outdoor garden. And Aeonium leaves are the flattest among the three. Some also have tiny teeth along the edge, but they don't feel as sharp as Sempervivum. Some Aeoniums don't have teeth along the edge, but their leaves are flatter than Echeveria. Aeonium leaves also bruise easier. Next, we have these non-rosette types. Let's start with the easy ones. Cactus. Cactus is a succulent genus, so you can see that all cacti are succulents, but not all succulents are cacti. They're the easiest to recognize, green and leafless stem with spines. Some without spines, but you can recognize them from the plump stems. Then, our favorite, Crassula. Crassula is easy to recognize as they almost always have stacked leaves. You can see their leaves grow in pairs symmetrically along the central stem. Some Crassula have egg-like, finger-like, or rounded tips that you can always see that the leaves layer on top of each other on a very long stem. And that's Crassula for you. Sedum. These are like miniature plants that grow in lumps. Sedums are usually tiny rosette clusters together or thick and chubby leaves stacked on a long stem, as in this case of a donkey's tail. Nevertheless, when you see tiny clustered succulents, they're sedum. Cotyledon. It's rather easy to recognize popular types of cotyledon as they usually have bulbous and cupped leaves. While some cotyledon have smooth edges, popular types of bear paw has 3 to 4 teeth on the edge of their leaves. has a more distinct appearance. Their leaves are long, spikeless, thick, and fleshy around the edge. Some Gasteria grow in stacks of 2 leaves that look like an open book. And last of the series is Haworthia. Haworthia is very common as these little plants are hard to kill and great for beginners in general. The most common type of Haworthia have round, spoon-like, and densely stacked leaves that sometimes look almost like a rosette, except that the leaves are rounder and in paler green color sometimes, almost transparent or with dark vertical stripes. Others, also very common types of Haworthia, have thick and dark green pointy leaves covered with bumpy white bands. Haworthia leaves in general are smooth and have no spike. This is by no means a comprehensive guide to identify every succulent you'll encounter, but a beginner guide that'll let you recognize the majority of popular succulents. Can you spot the difference now? Leave us a comment below. If you like this video and would like to know more about our succulents, please subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.